So we started looking for a house almost an year after our arrival here.
We had no basis of comparison.
Yeah.
We did not know what was a bungalow style, what was bi-level. So we didn't even know what kinds of housing was available.
So it was an entirely new experience for us. I mean, what are the communities like? Which quadrant to go to? What should we be looking at in terms of, when we look at a house? So everything was entirely new.
So what I actually did is I did a little bit of market research, and we shortened our area of search based on the schools. What I did was I connected a few people, shortlisted two, just based on the fact that I found that a lot of people were overselling. They were telling me a lot of things which I had read were not true. Some things which did not just gel, things which I found were a bit off. Maya, and there's another realtor who gave me just basics of this is how you need to do it. This is what needs to be done. This is the quadrant breakup of the city. I found that she knew what she was talking about. There was no glossing over stuff which did not need to be done. So she gave us facts. She gave us how to go about doing it. How does the mortgage work? And so all the questions were answered in a way that told us that she knew what she was talking about. I think the first thing was that because we were both working in professions where we couldn't take a day off or an hour off in the daytime, so she was very open to coming and meeting us in the evening. Like, she took our timing into consideration. So like, she met us, she gave us a full brief of what is needed, answered all our questions, and left us to decide. Like, there were no follow-up pestering phone calls. There was no, so what have you decided, or something of the sort. So all that helps a lot, and the knowledge comes through.
I think we took around 5 to 6 months to shortlist a house. So she was quite patient with us, and during this entire process, we never felt rushed.
Other than the professionalism, I think the biggest thing was that you have backup. So because it took us 5-6 months, Maya had to, naturally, she had other commitments. I think she had to go out for a week or something. And we knew that if something came up, there was someone who could still show us the house, who could still give us the backup. So that reassured you. So rather than working for an individual and you're working for a team, it's so much easier when you know, okay, there's another step that you can go to. There's someone else you can call if something doesn't work out. All the questions were answered in a way that told us that she knew what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Rather than just being an agent who's just showing us a house and getting it done with.
And I think that was the first time we actually understood the process of home buying in Canada.
What I would say is most of the troubles and most of the worries that we had, she, I think, sort of took them on herself. She would tell us upfront what was correct and what wasn't. She basically, I would say, she steered us towards a house which would suit our needs, which she knew better than we did. She went that little bit extra, which made me choose her over the other realtor, who was also good. Another good thing is we had a session where you give a small group presentation to people on what kind of houses are available, what kind of houses to buy. So that session was a great help. When you had the wills and estate session, again, it was something, it's excellent for people. Most people, even if they are not newcomers, I think most people don't even think of those things.
Yeah. And we also appreciate the fact that how you still make an effort to maintain relationships even after the process is over, in terms of extending invitations to various events or
remembering our birthdays.
Yeah.
Anniversaries. Sometimes I don't remember that and I get in trouble. But my name is Vishal.
I'm Deepika, and this is my Chamberlain story.